I would become, those kind of things. I
Okay.
don't know more clarification.
All right.
Yeah, I have that class. Okay,
All
so
right.
yeah, so Konjunktiv 2 in German. Um, and yeah, it's used in German to express wishes. Okay, wishes to say okay on real conditions. Okay, advice to give advice to someone, basically being polite. Does it? You have to go for jogging. You should go for jogging. It's, like advice and you have to. Does it? You have to tell the boss your mind. Oh, you could, or maybe you should. Okay, yeah, and on real comparisons. Okay, comparing two things are like can be BC and can be bit messy. And you're on real and and seeing so basically you're still for under unreal conditions, and it's used to describe things that are not real. Basically things that are in existence. Okay, hypothetical situations. Okay, or basically if you want to be polite to someone. That's a conjunctive right in German. In English, we have the same thing. That's the subjunctive. We have some subjunctive eins, one, and subjunctive two. So this is subjunctive two in English. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, cool. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. So basically, to talk about things that are not in existence. Okay, like current. Here's the things that are like they're not in existence at all, but things that are not like the thing didn't happen, or maybe it could happen, or may or may not. Okay, you are not sure, but you're only saying that there's a possibility that something may happen. That's when we use conjunctive right? So one to talk about things that are not actually in existence, things that are not happening now, or the two to polite to what others. Okay. Yeah, I know because in English it's the same thing. English, oh, you can eat the food. Okay. That's me telling you to eat the food if you want. Okay? And to be polite in English, you rather use could for can. So you could eat the food. Okay, instead of you can eat the food. That's too direct. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that's it in German. So there are two ways to form the conjunctive for the conjunctive form, like conjunctive zwei. There are two ways to form it. Basically, using the conjunctive zwei form of werden. Okay. The reason why we use werden is because one werden means to get, to become, okay, or to turn, but basically to become or to like something to will, like some no, kind of in this. Yeah. So yeah, werden means to will, like something will happen. Okay. To talk to use we use werden to talk about the future. Maybe something will or Yeah. So when I use werden, when I say I will come tomorrow, I am certain that I will come tomorrow. Ich werde morgen kommen. I'm sure. Okay? But when I'm not sure, then in English, instead of saying I would, you will say what I would. Okay. Yeah. So we use the would plus the infinitive form of any verb to form the conjunctive. So I want to say, oh, I would I will meet you tomorrow. When I say I will meet you tomorrow, I am certain that I will meet you tomorrow. But then when I'm not sure, if there's a possibility that I will or may not, then I will say I would meet you tomorrow when time. Yeah. Yeah. So we use the would, which is the positive five form of the verb werden, which is worden, vo, u umlaut is worden, vo, then werden. If you mistake and say wooden, wooden is the past tense of werden. So the pronunciation is very important. I'm saying werden means to will. Maybe I am turning 20 tomorrow. I'll just say I am becoming 20 tomorrow. Ich werde morgen 20. I am turning. Okay. I will eat the food. Ich werde das essen. Okay. I will. Okay. But for the past tense of werden, the verb werden is wurden. So werden itself is like in English not actually a helping verb. Because with the helping verb we have sein and haben, but in German we add a will. Okay, to become, to will as in something will.
Yes.
Good. Okay, so we use it basically in all contexts when we want to describe something becoming something, like we will do something, yeah, something is turning into something, or maybe we will get something. Okay, so in English, I am turning 20 tomorrow. Yeah, turning 20 tomorrow. I'll basically say ich werde morgen 20. Okay, unless I want to say I will be 20 tomorrow, then I'll have to use add design. But in this sentence, I am saying I am turning 20. I'm not saying I will be 20 tomorrow. If I say I will be, then the be must come with about fair design. If the Morgan 20 sign, that's like there's no need. Just use the to become. So I am becoming 20 or I am turning 20 tomorrow. Clear? Yeah. I want to say maybe your father is done with his course, maybe the pilot course, and tomorrow he's becoming what, a pilot. You can just say werden to become. So my father wird morgen like pilot. Okay, like you use it to something changing states. Okay, yeah. So the past tense of the verb, the past tense of werden is wurden.
Okay.
Wurden. And the present perfect or the past participle is with sein, because it's like what to become means something is changing from one state to another. Okay, so it's used with sein. So sein plus geworden.
Okay.
So it's wurden oder wurden. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen Vorden.
No.
Okay, so
The first time.
yeah. So in this sentence, I am 20 tomorrow. Okay. If I'm saying that I turned 20 tomorrow, I can basically say that what ich werde sorry,
Worden.
I became, right? So ich wurde gestern 20. Okay, or ich bin gestern 20 geworden.
Mm,
Okay,
okay.
I want to say maybe the weather is becoming cold. What I mean is colder. Okay, we can't control it. So who will try this one? The weather is becoming or is getting colder.
Okay.
Yeah, like
That's better.
some kind of like no how like that's answer the main territory.
Wooden.
Is it-
Hello?
Okay, that's better via delta. I want to say the weather got colder yesterday. Became or got Sorry.
That's better.
That's better. Worden. Gestern, ja. Kälter. Okay.
Hold on. That's using the past participle. That's better. Ist gestern kälter geworden. Okay. We use this worden. If you see in this sentence we are talking about there's no other verb. Like, how do I put it? Yeah, let's stick to this for the meantime. The worden is when there's another verb. In this sentence, there's no other verb. Okay, that's why we use the worden with sein. Okay, use the sein plus worden. I think then it's actually preteritum past participle, not perfect. The perfect the past tense is worden. Okay, then ist maybe I think that this one will come up in passive. No, passive. Passive is when we use the worden. Yeah, I think so. So for now, we are sticking with what is worden. Okay. Yeah. So that is very important in German. Okay. Yeah. So the conjunctive form. To form the conjunctive, we have two ways of forming the conjunctive. We use the conjunctive form of we form the past tense. We use the past tense of the verb. Okay. Of each verb. Okay. To form its original conjunctive. Conjunctive is very important because we have conjunctive eins. Okay, yeah, that's reported speech. Then if if the past tense or if the past tense of the verb contains are, who, and who, then we change, or basically we add umlauts.
Okay.
Okay. Plus E at the end. And add our E at the end. So example for okay, so the past tense of werden is what? Wurden. Wurden is a past tense. So how are we going to form the conjunctive for werden? We basically write our wurden, then there is a U here, so we add umlaut. We change the U to what? U umlaut to form the conjunctive. So this is the conjunctive form of wurden. Okay. Hören. Hören is the infinitive form. The past tense is what? Konnten. Okay, so to form the conjunctive, that's our konnte, but we add what? Umlaut to the O. Okay, so there's the conjunctive form of content. So it's can and could. Okay, yeah, and this one is what? Will and would. Yeah. So with the modal verbs, we have to always use this original conjunctive. Okay, so they have another way of forming the conjunctive. That's when we basically use the word instead of adding the umlauts, instead of like taking each verb. We have kaufen. The past tense is what? Kaufte. So the conjunctive is what? Kaufte. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to say I would buy a bag tomorrow. I would buy a bag tomorrow. So that would be what?
Ich würde.
Ein Tasche.
Ja, ich würde.
Eine Tasche.
Ja, but ich würde morgen eine Tasche.
Morgen eine Tasche.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But this form, okay, like I said, with the modal verbs, there are some verbs that we always use the original conjunctive to write form. As in, we add the umlaut to the past tense to form the conjunctive. But it's not very common. Okay, so we have another way of forming the conjunctive for other verbs. Like aside, not for other verbs, like most verbs, we have another form. So this is we use this form, the past tense, then we add what? The umlauts to the vowels if it contains R, O, U. Okay, yeah, that's how. Then at the end we add E if there's no E with the past tense. We have some verbs that's with the past tense they have no E, then you have to add it. Okay, yeah. So we have another way of forming the conjunctive. That's when we use the wording itself, would. Okay, then we use the verb in infinitive. We add the other verbs in infinitive. For using the other option for this, I would buy would be what? Ich. That's what Wishlav was saying. Ich würde. Ich würde morgen eine Tasche kaufen. Okay, so this is the easiest. Okay, this is the easiest. Basically, you use what? Would, then you put the other verb at the end of the sentence. Okay, but in German, there are some verbs that we prefer that we use the original form of the conjunctive instead of using wurden Würden plus infinitive. Okay, yeah. So those ones I sent a table to you. Yeah, like you have to memorize them. Example as wissen. Let me see if I can get it. I think they are even here.
Okay.
With the modal verbs, they are fixed. You have to use them with the conjunctive. Okay. With the modal verbs, you can't escape it. You can't escape it. But with modal verbs and this one's sein and haben, the helping verbs, you have to use the original conjunctive form. Okay, so this one's sein. So the past tense of sein to be is was, which in German is war. Okay, so basically you just put what a you change the a to what a umlaut and add your e, then you want wäre. Okay, haben is hatte. I had a car, or I hatte ein Auto, but I want to say I would have a car. There's no need for me to say ich würde ein Auto haben. That is correct, but we prefer you use the original form, the original conjunctive form. I would be rich. Ich würde reich sein. Okay, that's correct, but you prefer you use the wäre, the original conjunctive form, which contains both what would plus the verb ex. Reich sein. Okay, werden. Instead of saying I would become, maybe I would become a doctor. We don't want you to say ich würde ein Arzt or ich würde Arzt werden. We prefer you just say yeah. Yeah, with saying like to be, like to become. If you're talking about change of state itself, we refer to say ich wäre Arzt instead of ich würde. So we don't use the würde alone to say maybe I will become a doctor and you'll be like ich würde Arzt. Some people use it. Okay, there are some regions in German, they instead of saying ich wäre, I would be a doctor, they will say I would become a doctor and say ich würde Arzt, but it's not like it's not ideal. Talking about something becoming something, we use the would be instead of would become. If you want to say the weather will become the weather would become maybe cold tomorrow, you prefer you say das Wetter wäre kälter instead of das Wetter würde kälter. Okay, we use the würden plus combination of, like we use the würden plus the verb in infinitive. We don't use the würden alone, but in Saxony, region Saxony, they use the würden alone. Okay, yeah. But like I'm saying, it's not ideal. If you are saying something will become something, just say something would be and use the verb. Klar. Klar. Yeah. Können. Yeah. Können is könnten. Können. Maybe I can do something. It was tun. When you say I was able to do something in the past, it's content, the past tense. I know the modal verbs. I didn't teach you the past tense. Okay, like I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't expecting the conjunctive to be taught in A2. That's why, so like it caught me off guard. But anyways, they are only 6 and when you content, if you want to say I can come tomorrow is what is can Morgan common. I want to say I was able to come yesterday. Ich konnte gestern kommen. Basically, just use konnte to say you were able to do something in the past. It's what konnte, or the content. The infinitive form is content. Okay, yeah. But the conjunctive try to say maybe you could be able to do something. I could, maybe in the future, I could be flying. I could be doing something, or I could fly in the future. Then what ich könnte maybe in der Zukunft fliegen. Ich könnte. So the umlaut is very important, because if you say könnten, O to content and könnten, okay, so könnte and könnte. It's like you have to be very particular about the pronunciation. So we wanted to confuse whether you're talking about the future, you're talking about the past. Okay. O umlaut is OVO2, then O umlaut is what? Bird, the in bird, Bronica bird. I'm not mind, will say bird instead of bed, bird. So the kunte, okay, but for the which no umlaut is OVO2, kunten, Kunkunti. Yeah, klar, super. Then using to be to have to. Maybe I have to go to work tomorrow. Ich muss morgen zur Arbeit gehen. Okay, I have to. I don't have a choice. I'm talking about the reality. Klar? But then if I want to say, oh, I had to do my work, I had to work yesterday. I had to. Then the past tense is what? Mussten. Mussten. It's the same, like we form the past tense by adding what? T to the past tense for regular verbs. So that's how we form the modal verbs. So we add what? Just T. We remove our verb stem with the en and add te for regular verbs. So with the modal verb, that's how we form it. Only do often changes. It even do often is the same thing. Like you just remove the umlaut. All of them, they do away with the umlaut in the past. Yeah, past tense. Okay. Yeah. So müssen und musste. So I want to say, oh, I had to work yesterday. Ich musste gestern arbeiten. I had to work yesterday. I didn't have a choice. I had to. But I'm saying, maybe I must, like, I have to. Maybe you are traveling. Okay, you're not sure. You're like, maybe I may, like, I have to. Maybe I will have to have, like, maybe I would have to book a flight. I would have to book a flight. Okay, I would have to book a flight for my journey. You are not sure, but maybe, like, it may be what a must for you to do in the future. Then we use what? Müssten. Okay, so I may have to book a flight for my. Maybe I may have to go to work next week, although I'm on vacation. I don't know, but maybe I may have to because people are falling sick. So then you to müsste. Okay, so ich müsste maybe nächste Woche zur Arbeit gehen. Okay, I may have to do something. Okay, so it's unrealistic. It's a possibility. So the conjunctive is like basically it contains would, something would, something. Okay, klar. Then for dürfen is the past tense is durfte. So I want to say I can, but regular, like it's irregular. With the present tense is irregular. So maybe I am allowed to eat the food, a stuff that's essen. Okay, but when you say I was allowed to eat the food, or I was allowed to go out yesterday, ich durfte gestern draußen gehen. Okay, or the ausgehen. Okay, the past tense, I was allowed to. But I want to say that maybe my friends are having a party, but I don't know. I'm not very sure, but I will have to. Like, if I ask my parents, they may allow me to go. They might allow me to go out. Then you ask birthday. Okay, it's a possibility. It's birthday. I might be allowed to go out. Then it's birthday, so a party again. Okay, it's a possibility. It may happen or what may not happen. You don't know. Klar? Yeah. Then sollen and wollten, they have with the wollen and sollten. Wollen is to want. I want to come. It's what? It's willkommen. Okay. Irregular present tense is irregular. It's willkommen. Okay. If I want to say, oh, I wanted to come, it's what? It's wollte kommen. It's wollte kommen. Okay. Yeah. I wanted to eat. It's wollte essen. It's wollte. It's wollte. Yeah. But I want to say, maybe I would. I'm not very sure, but I would want to travel to Paris. Ich wollte nach Paris reisen. But because with this one, depending on context, it will be difficult for you to know whether the person is talking about, oh, ich wollte nach Paris reisen. So is the person talking about the past tense, or is the person talking about the conjunctive? So it depends on the context where the conversation started from. Then you know whether the person is talking about the future or something unrealistic, or yeah, or with wollen, yeah. So people actually use hätte gewollt. They use hätte gewollt to say, oh, I wanted to write, maybe I wanted to, not in the past, maybe I wanted to ask you a question, then you'd be like, not like that, but maybe, oh, I wanted to, then ich hätte gewollt. Okay, but then, like, we use it, but not now. Yeah, but basically, the wollen and sollen, they have the same conjunctive form, which is salted and water. So here with should, it still should, both in present tense, shouldn't, but then the a boundary to understand is should is supposed to. I should means supposed to. If I'm I should drink. I should eat the food. It's soul that's isn't in the present tense. Oh, I was supposed to eat the food. Then what is zote that's isn't. Oh, I was supposed to maybe come early. Is zote fewer common. What is zote few common? Yeah. But the conjunctive form, ah, um, how do I really put this one? It still should. In English, it still should, but then the conjunctive for Zolden is actually used for giving advice. So instead of saying, you should go and see the doctor, people will use the Zote, do Zotest some at gain. So like giving a recommendation to be polite, instead of saying you should, using the zoning, do Zost some at gain, you say do Zotest some at gain to be polite. Okay, so whenever you are recommending something to someone, so I say yesterday I mentioned this, when you go to the doctor, they won't be like, you should stop eating, you have to stop, that you must stop eating salt, they won't do that. They will say salt in their mind, they are saying they are being polite. Okay, so you should eat less salt. Do test vinegar salts eaten. Do test mesh sports thriving. Do test regimentation dodo. So yeah, so ten is used basically to give advice, recommendations. Okay, yeah. Then gehen, the past tense is king. I went there is King Dorton. Then the present perfect is what? Bin gegangen. Okay, yeah. So in this the past tense has no r o u, so you can't actually put umlaut on I, so we just add our e to form what? Genge. So they say I would go to the market tomorrow. It's genge morgen zum Marktplatz. Okay, yeah. Oder just use your Voden. But Iskinga is common, is somewhere common, but egal. When you know, when to use the would go either use the Voden gain or the what kinge. Okay. Then another verb which is also important is wissen. Yeah. Wissen is important. So wissen. Wissen means what? Wissen means to know.
To
And
know.
what's the
To
past tense?
calculate or something.
Yeah. To know. The past tense is wusste. Okay. Wusste. Okay. So the conjunctive will be what? V umlaut. The U will take what? You said? It's double S and one T. You might said? No. Okay.
So
yeah. So it's verse there. Okay. Verse there. It's very common. Oh, if I knew he would come. Well, if I knew it's verse there. How do you from English in the end I start in German I understand it. English. What came them out was Western part of it, reverse there. Yes, question Quenya German crib, something. Something. I don't know. Was with listen personally in English How will you form sentence with would know in English? Rich love.
Yes.
Yeah. Use the would know in English to form sentence.
Very new. I need to.
So that's the part. If I say I
Normally, I
knew,
think maybe
yeah.
would know. It's a bit I would want to know, but I don't have any would know sentence in my head.
Yeah.
I would know.
Yeah. So you want to say I
Or
would
if
want
he
to
had
know.
informed me, I would. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah. So like the reason why I'm saying that is that with the visit, most of the time it's used in the past. Okay. If you verse there, I would know, then like I knew. Yeah, but I really will form examples with it. So another verb is which verb is also important? Yeah, finden. Because Germans like to speak their mind. Oh, I find him strange. Ich finde ihn komisch. I find it super. Ich finde es super. Yeah. So the past tense is what fand. The past tense is fand. So the original conjunctive to I form would be what?
Actually, you know me there. And now that.
Fende. Fand nothing. Yeah, sure, she said fand nothing.
Okay,
Fende.
Fende. Okay, we
Yeah.
can know more.
Okay. And which other now? I did originally video one was that. The mood, yeah. But with a conjunctive, if you're rude how to like give conditional sentence in English, like when you are giving sentence in the present, it should be like it should follow if the conditional sentence is in the present form, your main clause will have to be in the present form. So like if you are someone who mixes the present and the past, you have difficulty understand using the conjunctive to form. Yeah, me personally in English, I have difficulty like using like I always mix up the present and the past when I'm using conditional sentences. But in German, like if I have to speak it in German, I don't have a problem. I know that this is the past tense of German. Yeah. So yeah, these verbs, you have to always use the original conjunctive form. Don't use the würden finden. Don't use würden wissen. Don't use würden gehen. Now, würden gehen you can, and also yeah, come, kommen. The past tense is what?
Comment. Past tense. Is it come?
Come. So
Yeah.
the conjunctive will be
Other.
yeah, Keme. Okay, which means you would come. When say you would come to the party, you're not sure. Ich komme zu a party. Yeah, ich werde zu a party kommen. That is also. And then these ones you have to know them because if you don't choose to use it, the Germans they will rather use the original conjunctive form of these verbs. Okay, so you have to know them by heart. And you already know how they are formed. Okay, just the past tense of the verb. Then if it contains ROO, you just add umlaut to what the ROO and add what E at the end. And they are used just like modal verbs. And With the modal, yeah, with the modal verbs, I just use like modal verbs. And I wanted to say something right now, but this is skipped me. Yeah, so come up. Yeah, so this is the present tense. Would something, I would come, I would. This is the present tense. Now to the past tense. Okay.
Rabbi, please, the
Yeah.
common finden. You still you said it's also would know.
No, fine. Like, yeah, and we have helfen. You have to know, and geben. Geben is gebe. Nehmen is neme. Yeah, nehmen. Und sehen too is zehet. Helfen, sehen. Yeah, so you have to please add them down. I add them to the list. Finden. I've already said geben. Geben is more common. So when we want to say there is when you say add it here. So geben the past tense is gab, right? Yeah, gab. So I gave him the pen. Ich gab ihm den Stift. Yeah. So the conjunctive will be what? Gebe. Okay, gebe. Change the R to what? R to come out. Gebe. Yeah. So when you're making sentences, you are like, oh, there is fish. There is fish in the canteen. I think I said in the canteen. Will be what?
It's fish.
You know, split fish
In
the
the
or in the canteen and keep just fish. Yeah. So I want to oh, there was fish in the canteen. Like yesterday, like fish was there in the canteen. So past tense words gestern.
Order.
They would say I know. I didn't hear you saying this. So gestern gab es fish in the canteen. Okay. If I want to say if only there was fish, that means it's not real. There wasn't fish. If there was fish, I would have taken or I would have eaten the fish today. Like that means you are already there and now there's no fish. But you're saying, if there was fish. So first, then as fish was gäbe. Okay. Wurden geben, but then we prefer to use words like gäbe because, like I said, Germans, they would prefer sort of saying for these verbs, they prefer to use original conjunctive SOI form of the fish. If there was fish in the canteen, then as fish in the canteen gäbe, I would eat it. Würde ich ihn essen. Okay, which is masculine. Okay, yeah. Normally, if I was to give this sentence in English, I would have said, if there was fish in the canteen, I would have eaten it. You see, this is present and past tense. They don't meet, so you have to say, I would eat it. Yeah. So if you have a problem, and I rich love, and also it's rich love.
Just quiet
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. See, if the mountain doesn't go to Muhammad, Muhammad go to the mountain. Yeah, cloud.
No,
Do we get it? Yeah.
yeah.
So that's how we use the present. So let's go to the exercise. No problem. Time is almost up. The other mature cognitive no covered it, so I'm not even worried that we haven't completed the chapter. Kind problem at all. The wake, I can't find the wake. So we are going to do with Susamen. Save it on the desktop. Sorry. Okay, cool. Tomorrow we move to the Gegangenheit, which is the past tense. Okay. Okay, so present tense. The first sentence is there. So quick. I would buy a car if I had money. It means present tense. Like first you don't have a car. First you don't have because you don't have money. Because you have nothing. Broke nigga. So how would it be? What's
Ich würde ein Auto kaufen, wenn ich Geld hätte.
yeah. Because in the normal sense you say, oh, ich habe Geld. Okay. If I would have money. Okay, if I would have money, but if I had money, it's the same thing. So ich würde ein Auto kaufen, wenn ich Geld hätte. Yeah, so you can give the main clause. You can start a sentence with the main clause, then bring a conditional sentence at the end, or you can also start a sentence with the conditional clause, then bring your main clause at the end. So, but the most important thing is that when you start your sentence with the neighboring subs, with the neighboring clause or conditional clause, you have to, like, immediately after, like, you have to start the main clause. You have to start the sentence with what? The verb. Okay, followed by the subject. Yeah. So ich würde ein Auto kaufen, wenn ich Geld hätte. So if I start the sentence with what? The conditional clause or the neighboring starts with what? Wenn ich Geld hätte, then würde ich ein Auto kaufen. All neighboring starts, not just with all neighboring, all sentences. If you start the sentence with what? Neighboring starts, then in your main clause, you have to start the sentence with the verb. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
When you say, I knew that. Yeah. If he had. Okay,
Yeah, but which one? Yeah.
Number 2. Number 5. Okay.
We will go to the party, but we are tired.
Yeah. We are voting to a party. PM. But we are Zen media.
Building.
About if you're saying muted. So if the
Yeah.
sentence would have been, we would go to the party if we were not tired, would be
If we were not tired. It's a very if
Abelvia.
yeah, it will be very.
Yeah.
yeah. So we would go to the party if we were not tired, but wir würden zur Party gehen, wenn wir nicht müde wären. Klar?
Ja.
Like we would be tired. Was wir wären müde. We would be tired. So not tired, but nicht müde wären. Einfach so. Yeah. If we were not tired. Right. Wenn wir, because neben Satz, when you have to put the verb to a sentence. Wenn wir nicht müde, to negate the adjective wären. Okay, it means we are tired. But if not, if we weren't tired, then we would go. Klar? Yeah. So I would help you if I could. Yeah, maybe.
Then it's
Each. Okay.
There's no then.
If
Which of this go?
there's okay.
There's
That
no, there's no
should
zero.
be living.
Each
Rich lab. I said rich lab.
each reader. Yeah, helping. When each country.
Yeah, wenn ich könnte, okay? Could. Könnte, okay?
Boy, can you also
Klar.
start with the new start here?
Yeah. Okay. So wenn ich könnte, würde ich
When
dir
each country
helfen.
with the
Ah.
yeah.
With the ease there.
Hey, Colin, so yes, sorry. What's the way? No, wait. I had it. Obey you so the Vincent's appreciation. Use normal idea. I won't use. I had it.
Okay, what you say? I don't know what doing. I know I'm use.
So she would call him if he knew. Aha. I was saying, say, with no, you won't say would know. You have to use it in the past. Would know, like, but it's no unrealistic. It means the person don't actually know. Okay, it's unrealistic. Oh, if I knew, it's still like you're saying something that's actually like it doesn't exist. You don't know, so you still use the what the written, the quantitative form of what written, not past. Gewusst, habe gewusst, or the what wussten. Do you get it? So I was saying that with I'm saying that with wissen, we have to be careful because we normally use it in the past, but still we are talking about the present, unless maybe we are actually talking about the past. Had knew. If it's not had knew, then we use the new in the present tense. Because you'll be tempted to use it in the past. Oh, if he knew he was coming, if he knew he would come, not he, if he knew he was coming. If he had known he was coming. Yeah, we have like past, present. So like it's my important. Well, let's do it. So she would call him if she knew his number. It means here the person that then call what him. Like a possibility that the person would have, like in the past, maybe she would have called her if she had known the number. So none of them are into existence. So she would call him würde anrufen if she knew. Würden wissen or the Einfachwort wünschte. Yeah, so she would call him if he knew his number would be what?
Okay, sie würde ihn anrufen, wenn sie seine Nummer wüsste.
Yeah, I said, I visited the Kasana Portal. Wüsste. Okay, wüsste. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, also, yeah. So she would call him if she knew. Okay. Yeah, still present. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It would be nice to stay on at the beach area. So nice, but then I'm saying that in German we are talking about weather, we are talking about something being nice, and it's not a person. We use schön. Like if it's nice, then yeah, it's net. Okay, with the chef is net, it's net. We use net, but then we all the weather is nice. We still use the weather is beautiful. Schön. Okay, something will be nice. When we say something will be nice, we only use the nice for like some like person being nice. But then if the sentence still says nice in English, use shown unless we are describing a person being nice. Being nice, we can clear. Yeah, so it would be nice to stay at the beach. Will be
Staying at the beach, will you still use the bleiben?
Your choice, yeah. But yeah, use bleiben. Like just use bleiben. Yeah.
Let me try and see. Es würde
Sure.
schön. Is it beaches, Strand? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Es würde schön am Strand. Or okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
full also.
Strand
So I'm not
bleiben.
Yeah,
Hey.
it would be nice to stay. So here is to stay. It would be nice. As vere, we use vere. Sorry, I said when you're talking about something to be something. Yeah, it would be
To
not
be.
vere. Yeah, it's here is would be, not would become. Okay, so as vere. That's it.
Okay.
As vere.
Yeah.
Sure.
Es würde schön.
Strand.
Strand.
Zu bleiben.
Ja.
because in English, the reason why here we are not using the vere as a modal verb is because in the normal sense you say it is nice to, maybe it is nice to come. You can't say SS. Like give me sensible and not it is nice. Okay, it is possible to win. To win. Okay. In general, it was assist English. Okay, then you have to use it in the it's to. Assist English. Gewinnen. Okay, yeah. So you have to use it with infinitive with to. So you can't say es ist möglich gewinnen. No, that is falsch. Okay, yeah. Anything that has any here day es wäre schön. So basically it is nice. Then to, here your to will have its own what. So to stay, you have to go to the end of the verb. Then I'm trying to bleiben. Klar? Which
It's
one?
good. Should
Yeah, it is good to bath. It is good to bath. The words
Okay.
assist good to baden.
Okay.
But
Okay.
douchen.
Addition, yeah.
Because you get it. It is last.
It is healthy to eat.
It is healthy to eat. What as is
Yes.
Gesund
Gesund.
to essen.
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I want to say it would be, but in this sense, what it would be nice. So if you want to say it would be possible to win, that's why here it would be. We are talking about what possibility. When I say it is possible, I'm talking about I'm certain. But when I'm saying it would be possible to meet the chief to meet the boss in the morning if you would come. Okay, so it's rare. Me personally, I'm even tempted to use that. Yeah. Es wäre möglich. It would be possible to meet the chef. Es wäre möglich, then chef. So I said morning, right? Then the morning have to come. Morgen, then chef should treffen.
Treffen. Okay.
Wenn du kommen würde, oder we prefer you say chemist. When do chemist. 1M, yeah. Because this would come is chemi. Okay, so do chemist, but the ear, ZS, and the what, the ish form is the same. Ear chemi is chemi. Okay, yeah. But do have to have its end in chemist. So ear is ear chemist. Okay, add your T, normal conjugations. Clear?
Wow. Hey, I love that CD. Wow. Then can be a was her name ABC.
Yeah, so then
Can you do
the
it
past tense is
when
tactic.
would
Yeah,
woman?
You said? You said,
Statement.
can you say when? You said, can you say when do common verdest? When do common?
Yeah.
That is grammatically
Yeah.
correct, but I'm saying that verbs like kommen, denken, wissen, finden, geben, we prefer to use the original conjunctive form. Aden, yeah. Okay, but you still know if you say this, but I'm just saying that even if you don't choose to use it, okay, if you don't choose to use it, at least know it, because the Germans, they prefer to use them. Okay, but the kaufen, treffen, they won't. They will get you treffen. Yeah. Okay, so they get used to it when they use it. Okay, because all the immigrants, everyone, like I can say for a fact about 99.99999% of the people, like yeah, you see a language, none of us prefer to use the original conjunctive 5 form. We prefer to use Verde plus infinitive. That's easy. But these ones, we have to know them because they will always use the original conjunctive 5 form instead of using the Verde plus the infinitive. Okay. Yeah. Clark. So they would eat outside if it weren't raining. It means it is raining, and what they would, it's a possibility that they would, or maybe in the future, maybe they would eat outside if it wasn't raining. Yeah. So it will be what? It will be an answer.
Yes, sure.
Then
What is it say? No.
when
Then no. Conditional
when
sentence. I
ethnicity
they say. They would eat outside as if you're then, you know. No, okay, one point that you say conditional sentence, I understand. You prefer to start sentence with then,
boys,
even when
they say I was a system kakra. Maybe we are a country for it.
yeah, so
It's a
the
man.
then drowsy place and when es nicht what?
Regnen.
Regen,
What?
regnen
Weather.
würde.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah. So the conjunctive form of regnen, regnen is regnet, yeah. The conjunctive form of regnen is still regnet. Regnete, yeah. Regnete. Regnete. Yeah. But the past tense is what? Regnete, right? Or no? Regnet. Regnet. So regnete. Yeah. So it contains E. You can't add umlaut. So the original conjunctive form of regen, regnen is the same as the past. The same as the past. Okay. Klar. Regnete. Yeah. But you just say the Würden regnen. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
Ich
would tell you
würde,
the truth if I knew it. Mhm.
würde dir die Wahrheit sagen, wenn ich wüsste.
Yeah. When is es wüsste, yeah. So
Yeah.
here will be what? When is sie wüsste, yeah.
Yeah, sie.
Then referring to the
Wahrheit.
Wahrheit. Yeah.
Sure.
Wenn ich es wüsste. Und
Mhm.
the Keeper Germans now they will use the Z. So he would come, but he's sick.
Würde kommen, aber ist krank.
You came there?
Ah.
You
I
came there?
was coming to say it.
Yes.
Aber ist krank.
Okay, so he would come if he were not sick. Would you want? He would come if he were not sick.
Yeah. Käme, wenn, if he were not sick.
Yeah.
Wenn ihr nicht Frank. Very.
Super.
Oh.
Yeah, super, super. Basically, in the original present tense, you say yes, crank. So if I'm saying oh, it's not, then yeah, very sein is what is the sein. So then I have to use yeah. So if I'm saying I have to use the it's so if I'm saying in the sentence, okay, if it's sein in the present tense, in the conjunctive, just use what very. If it's haben in the present tense, then you have to use what hätte. Okay, so if I'm saying if I would be free tomorrow, I will go to the gym.
Ich werde.
Mhm.
When ihr
Okay.
Mhm.
when it's
Then
Morgan very.
when each Morgan
Yes, to
Morgan
be.
I
Oh,
Morgan fly. So
very.
listen, so in
Better,
English,
better.
English,
Habit.
yeah,
Okay.
it's not very, it's not very. It's like in English, you said I am free, but in German, I said we say we.
Ich habe frei. So I was coming to ask you, but when I saw would be, I was confused.
Morgan fly. No, no, I'm saying that in
Morgan.
English, English is would be. English is would be, but in don't say
In German.
I am, I have. Okay, so I'm just saying that just like always if there's know the English and like know the German format. In German, we don't say
Okay.
I am free, we say I have free. So when it's morgen frei hätte. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we
yeah.
we have to watch out for those ones. When it's morgen frei hätte. Mm-hmm. Würde ich.
Each in boy. Some of it may use gingen one.
Yeah, you can use it. Würde ich oder ginge ich.
Hey.
I don't want to write this one, but that's right. Würde ich ins Fitnessstudio. Fitnessstudio gehen. Oder einfach ginge ich. Ja? Then it's das Studio, das Fitnessstudio. So it's what wohin? Where would you go? I am going to wohin. So it's in das, not what's in them. For him. Yeah, you have to also pay attention. So like you have to apply everything that you've learned. You say you are
That's
learning following some of it, okay? Würde ich ins Fitnessstudio gehen? Oder ginge ich einfach ins Fitnessstudio? Ja. So I would learn more. I would learn more German if I had time. Maybe.
Ich werde. Ich werde viele Deutsch.
Please the age.
More may I can feel it. German, can you count? Now, can you count many? Can you say many German? So, can't say feel it. Won't change
Das
to
ist viel Deutsch.
too much German. Just mehr. More is mehr. So it's
Okay,
mehr Deutsch lernen.
mehr Deutsch lernen.
Ja,
Wenn ich Zeit hätte.
ja, wenn ich Zeit hätte. Just go ahead, type in the belows. Yeah. Lab, elf. We would be happy if you. We would be happy.
Wir würden, no, we would
Wir
be, wir wären, oder?
Yeah, I'm
Wären,
saying that.
ja,
What do you use?
ja,
What do
we
you
would
use?
be. Wir wären,
Glücklich. So.
wir wären glücklich, wenn du uns besuchst.
Wenn du uns besuchen würde, besuchen würdest, oh, we would be happy if you, yeah,
First two,
Hmm?
if you visited us, oder?
It's not necessarily, it's not like I'm saying, listen, American, if you have problem with imagine, still now the person hasn't visited yet, but in English you say visited, but the person, like, if you
Okay,
visit us,
okay.
even new now American, like you
Mm.
can knew in the past, but then the person still don't know if I knew. So if once you see this conditional sentence, then if it's then it's then if I knew, if he came, it's still conditional. So immediately you see the then you have to know that whether it contains past or not. You have to put it in the what in the unrealistic form, like unreal situation. Okay. The kind of sounds like not not just thing, and not just thing, but basically we are talking about the present because both activities like hasn't happened yet. So we are not still happy. We are not yet happy because you haven't yet visited us. I won't say then because there are some cases that you have to use then and still use the past tense, use the Figandian height. Yeah. Sorry, not because it's when throw it away, shoot it, boom, boom, boom. I didn't say that. Okay, yeah. I'm saying that some cases that when you use the then, or like when we are using the conjunctive in the past tense, we still use then for conditional sentences, and with that you have to use the past tense. But in this case, you just have to know that first, I'm giving you a condition. If we would be happy if what you would visit us, both activities have pink, hasn't have both up.
Okay.
Both activities hasn't happened yet. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So she would like to drink a coffee. Yeah. She would like, we are being polite here.
I'm sorry. Sie würde gern eine Tasse Kaffee zu trinken. Oder?
Wurden is used with like modal verb. So sie würden eine Tasse Kaffee trinken. Wurde gern, ja. Sie würde gern, sorry. Gern was Kaffee. Wurde gern eine Tasse Kaffee trinken.
Yeah.
Okay. Wurden is used like modal verb. It's not very. Okay, klar. It's not very or haben. So she would like to drink. She would like to drink alcohol. So I wanted to say something here.
Gyan. Sometimes I continue you. I know difference the one missing. Gyan and Gyan.
We need to have some more nuances now. Some use gerne, ich würde gerne, ich würde gern. The format so. You substitute the actually. You know, I'm saying I'll take time to get used to it, but then like I think it's preference. So Gyan, like okay, not today, probably another time. But you write it down. I did I okay, I think I need this group. Yeah, yeah, owned. Yeah. So yeah, haha. So I wanted to say that would like itself. Okay, it's what möchten. Klar. Yeah. So the verb is
Yeah.
mögen. Mögen means to like. Mögen. Mögen means to like. Okay. Then the past is the past tense. The past tense of mögen is mögte. Past tense is mögte. So then the conjunctive is will be what möchte. It's umlauts. Okay, and we use Morgan to say we like you like a noun. Okay, so how do we? Yeah, I was a Morgan, so I want to say I like the pizza with what ich mag the pizza. Yeah, what am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the chef with what ich mag. Ich mag den chef. You know, say I like my job with what ich mag meine Arbeit. Okay. So I want to say in the past, oh, like I used to like pizza. Then I'm like ich mochte pizza. It means in the past you used to like ich mochte pizza. Okay? Oh, I used to like my chef. I don't like him anymore. But ich mochte den chef. I would say I used to like my work, but ich mochte meine Arbeit. Okay. So if you want to be polite to say, oh, I would like, then it's what möchten. Would like. That's why möchten was introduced earlier, where you thought it was a modal verb. It's not necessarily a modal verb, but it's the conjunctive five form of the verb what? Mögen. Okay, to would like. Okay, so in cases that's when you want to say, oh, I would like, in German, you can either say, I would like to have, okay, I would like to have, like say, maybe I would like to have a pizza, I would like, or just use the Voden plus again. This is what I'm saying. So in German, so I'm going to say, I would, yeah, you are the rest, like we use this one, so the maybe I would like, I would like, I would like to have yeah. So I would like to know what ich möchte oder my didn't say the nature Arabic key. Yeah, so ich möchte.
No,
Wait,
So I would like is what ich möchte. Okay, oder using would itself, which in German would is what würde, right? So either you say ich möchte gern oder ich würde gern, using the würde would and use like in German, which is gern. Right?
Okay.
Ich würde gern. Okay, and you can also say I would like to have. Would have is what? Would have is what?
haben.
Would
Hey,
have.
would have. Hätte.
Super. So ish hete gian. Yep. Blah. Yeah. So you can say, oh, I would like to have fish. I would like to have coffee. Ich hätte gern einen Kaffee. Ich hätte gern einen Fisch. Ich hätte gern eine Tasse Wasser. Ich hätte gern einen einen Teller, a plate of pizza, a plate of, ja. Oder ich würde gern, ja. Klar. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really have to explain it. The way, like, I had my personal challenges with this creative moment. It took me days, years, decades before I was able to understand it. But then, yeah,
So
like
basically, you
I've
can
met
replace moisture with good again.
with again.
Other.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because Morgan, the moisture is from like to say to like, okay, but if I want to say would like, then what would like is moisture. And like the conjunctive actually means would plus something. Okay, so if Morgan is to like, then the conjunctive form is moisture. It means what would like. If isen is what to eat. Okay, isen is to eat. Yeah, and the past tense is as. So from the conjunctive, you add what umlaut, what s. This s. S. Yeah. So X itself contains what would eat, or because like it sound comish or like it's not very common, we just use what view the is in clear. Yeah. So all of them contains would. Conjunctive means would. But the modal verbs you can't actually say would. You can, like there are some, but you can say would suppose like would should with the modal verb they have their own. Okay, those ones you have to learn them by heart. Okay, the others, if they are this that you can't actually remember, whether gain is genge, come komen is keme, then you can use for the komen for the, yeah, it's acceptable, but then just know them by heart. Okay, yeah.
Please, I have a question.
Oh yeah.
With regards to what you just said, the Morgan and the Gian,
Yeah.
I was thinking that to like in its infinitive form is Morgan. No, Morgan.
Morgan, not Morgan. Morgan is umlaut.
Morgan. So why did we not say ich hätte Morgan instead of saying the ich hätte gern? Because Morgan is the infinitive form of to like. Do you
Yeah, so
understand what I'm trying to say?
yeah, I get you. So you won't actually say hete. You can choose hete. The past tense is mukte. Okay, that's why it's mukte.
No, I'm trying to say that why.
I guess
Okay.
so if you have to use the Vuden plus Morgan, you have like you can only use Vuden plus Morgan in the infinitive form, the original present form, to make mukte. So what is Vuden the Morgan? It doesn't sound okay, so we prefer to use the mukte.
Yeah.
But it's not hete, it has nothing to do with hete. You get it?
You don't understand my question. I say, please move down a bit. So we have the, yes, that one. I would like to have, even not to have Nakara, such okay, the Gian. And then I have a problem with, once I make it, I'm trying to say that to like in its infinitive form is what's Morgan, right? And then when we are using the verb, we use it with the infinitive form of the verb. So let's say finden, gehen, kommen. So why don't we use the Morgan instead of using the Gian? You understand?
Yeah, you can't actually use Morgan because here we are using the like as an activity, like as an adjective. We're not using the like to like here. We are using the like as an adjective form of like. So we have Morgan versus Gian. Okay, so the Gian is for saying activity. So I would like to having something, the activity. So the Gian is describing the having something like you would like it. Okay, so you're giving more emphasis to what having. I like to work. It's about Gian. Okay, it's giving more likeness to what the activity of working. But when I'm saying I like my work, then what is my arbeit? Morgen is for now, then gern is for what activities, giving more emphasis to like the like it's an adjective, so like giving more emphasis to the activity to help us understand like to the the raise to the power, the bar, like how much you like doing something. Klar. So you can't actually use Morgan here because Morgan here, the like here is not to like, it's just like, which is clear.
Okay. I'm not trying to be controversial, but you see, we can say maybe when you go to the restaurant and someone asks you something, they normally say, I would like to have cafe. But cafe is not an activity.
No. Yeah, I get you. So that I would like to have is the would have. So haben is the what?
Will we still use the again when we are saying I would like to have cafe in that context?
When you say I would like to have, I would like to have the would have. Okay. Yeah, I get you. So haben, it means to have, right? Yeah. And the past tense is what? To form the conjunctive, we need the past tense, which is what? Hatten. Okay. And it will be what? Hatten.
Hatten.
Okay. Yeah. So this hatten is the same as what? Würden haben.
Okay.
Would have.
Yeah. If you don't want to say würden haben, then you just use what? Hätten.
Hätten.
Okay. So in this one, do you see like there's no like, that's why we add the gern. Okay, so you are basically saying would have. So like you would have, but having the activity of what you wouldn't having something, will you be happy? So I would like, then you
like,
add the gern.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, I understand.
So basically, so Rabbi, you can even, so that means you can even use you can even ignore the gyan, right? To like say maybe, I would like coffee. Hey, I like coffee.
Maybe it's had
I would have.
Yeah.
You also say maybe I would have tea.
I would have tea.
Yeah,
you can just say it's but then here, like I'm telling you, we use the conjunctive to be polite, okay? So don't be like, oh, I would have, like you are the person, oh, I would have a pizza, I would have a, and just be polite, oh, I would like to have. Okay, use the would have, like, and show again, like it will please me if you give me, or don't be like, oh, I would have to say, like, you have, like, you are controlling the person, oh, give me this, I would have this, I would have this. People do that. Oh, I would have the t-shirts, I would have this, I would have this. But then, like, don't do that. You add the gear to show, like, being, like, first the degree of being polite, then to, like, being a little bit subtle and not trying to order the person around. Wow.
If you ever say there, Oko shop now, you can maybe, I would like that dress. I would like that t-shirt. I would like that shoe. You can use the hat again.
Yeah, you can actually use the hat. I would have, but then the hat again is very common in restaurants. Where maybe like you are there, I would like to have, but then when I would like to have the t-shirt, I would like to, you can also use it, but then I'm just saying that the hat again is actually related to like drinks, food. Then at the restaurant, you can be, other places, maybe at the clothing shop, shops and other, you can use what is again, but the normal moisture. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's fast, please. The rest 13 and times fast plans. If you haven't completed it, okay, finish it. Basically what we did today is I went over what was taught yesterday, and it was very good because that has given you guys more clarification on conjunctive twice. So tomorrow we go you continue with what the past tense, okay? So please making sure that you get the for instance, the present, because the past tense is a little bit and you crazy though. Because if I want to say, I want to say I ate the food. Maybe I am eating the food is what is essen that's essen. But when I say I ate the food, what is habe that's essen gegessen. But I'm talking like in like unrealistic, like unreal situation. The thing that didn't happen, but I'm using it in the past. Oh, I would have eaten the food. Meaning I would have eaten the food. It's in the past. I'm using this in the past, which means the thing has actually passed. Like like you can't actually change it. The thing is already done. But if you had the chance, you would have had done the thing. Then we use have and geges and said then. So basically, if the verb in the past tense is formed with haben, then you change the haben to hätte. Hätten. If the past tense of the verb is formed with sign, then you change it to what? Wäre. Oh, I would have gone to Paris. Ich wäre nach Paris gegangen. Oh, I would have eaten the food. Ich hätte das Essen gegessen. And you know. Okay, but the only problem is the modal verbs. The modal verbs, it means you have three verbs in the sentence, and when when the verb, like when it's in the like in the main clause, it's easy. Okay, in the main clause is easy. Okay, I will explain this tomorrow, but I'm just giving you a snippet of what we are going to learn tomorrow. So like it's easy. Maybe because it's straight, you say like, oh, I could have given him the medication. I could have given. So you have could, you have and what given. Oh, I could have given the patient the medication. Oh Jesus. Okay, so it's hete because give like with modal verbs, the past with modal verbs, we always use haben. Whether it's I could have gone to Paris, we also use haben. With the past tense with modal verbs, we always use haben. So when say I could have given the patient medication, but ich hätte dem Patienten das Medikament geben können. If it's could have, then what können? If must have, then what hätte müssen. If it should have, then what hätte sollen. It's not even it's not difficult. So we go over that tomorrow. Okay, then we officially done with conjunctive zwei. Okay. Clear, then we go back to the book. I think that we'll speed through that because like you guys would have you guys would have plenty understanding, enough understanding.
We are sending the modal verb to the past tense.
Yeah, the mechanic using modal verbs in the past, and it means right now, no. Also, when I say, "Oh, I will go to Paris," it means that there's a possibility that in the future I will go. But I will say, "I would have gone to Paris." Say, I could have gone, or like I would have gone. If you want to say, "I would have gone to Paris," it means that like the thing has passed. You can't actually go there anymore. But if you had the opportunity to go back in time, you would have gone to Paris. Then you just ich wäre nach Paris gegangen. Okay, but then if it contains a modal verb, oh, I could have gone to Paris, then what? Ich hätte nach Paris gehen können. Müssen. Sollen. Hätte. If the verb, the original verb will come, then the modal verb go to the end. And just simple structure. Okay. And neighbors are slightly confusing, but I'm saying like we go over that tomorrow. Okay. I have to go. Choose. It's more than yeah. Yeah. Huh? Hey, we record it. We're going to stop it.